They asked us what the or else was. ABD.
We need 10,000 fearless.
We're live here on this is YouTube, of course, and we will go live on KPFT in a moment once she calls us. But we're just going to talk it up right now and do what we do. Hey, there's Valerie Jackson. There's my sister in Queen. She's up in here today. Okay, so assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
We have on this program right now, we have Wazir the Great. Wazir. And we have Akila Nihanda. That's right. We're live. This is going all over the world.
Wow.
YouTube. You already know that, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This will be sampled on your next hour. this interview here. Well, first and foremost, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan says to us that a youthless movement is a lifeless movement. So we want to make sure that we have some of our youth, those of you who have grown up in the mosque and now you're in the entertainment business, and you're doing that which is edutainment. You're doing conscious hip hop. I won't even call it just rap because it's not just rap, it's hip hop. And I want to thank you for ABD, which is A Brighter Day. Brighter day, not a better day, but a brighter day. You gotta forgive me, I'm an elder in training, so sometimes I forget. But I wanna ask you first of all, Akila, talking about A Brighter Day, you and Isa, Joshua, brother Isa Ibn, what made you come up with A Brighter Day? What does that mean? What do you mean a brighter day?
Well, Wazir, he came up with A Brighter Day, but the concept, the way I look at it is, when you say a brighter day, you're basically saying that you're going from one element, which right now we're in dark times, a lot of corruption, a lot of bad weather, a lot of murder, a lot of mass shootings, a lot of police brutality, all of those different things. That's a really dark day. That would be symbolic of a dark time or dark hour. But a brighter day is basically saying that we're striving to bring some type of light to that situation through truth, through good positivity like music, just things that are contrary to darkness. So anything that gives us a sense of hope as a people and can really help the people to move forward in a better way instead of digress like a lot of us are doing right now. So to me, that's what I see as a brighter day, and it's really the beginning, like the dawn of a completely new world, the kingdom of God.
There you go. Wazir?
Well, basically, yeah, like you said, a brighter day. We doing it through music, and we starting to do it through film and things like that. Basically, taking our art forms back and using them to serve our people rather than tear them down. So that's the root core of ABD, and it started off with me, but it really didn't take form until Sister Akila Nahanda and Isa Ibn came on. It really gave it a real, real face, a real energy. Because once we came together, we're moving better now than we ever have before. So I'm really grateful that they came into it.
All of you having grown up in the mosque, if you will, but you've been exposed to many different things. It's not like you lived a quote-unquote sheltered life.
Not
a different life, but not a sheltered life. It's not like you could be shielded from the vicissitudes, meaning the changes of life or the unpleasantries of life. You've seen them within the information age. You can't help but see it every day on the news or amongst your peers when you went to school. What do you hope for, Brother Wazir, in terms of the future? You say a brighter day. I heard Akila kind of run it down, but what do you see in this art form as is being created or recreated, if you will?
Well, one of the things I'm really looking forward to is us having ownership of what we produce. So whenever we create something, it could be passed down to generations after us. So I don't want us to build all this up and then the next generation has to start over. So what I'm looking forward to is setting up a sound institution, just like the people who own Sony and the people that own Universal and all these people. They have these giants now. I want us to get that in motion so when our children, our grandchildren come around, they have a machine or an entity that they can send their art forms through, and it'll branch out from there to things like energy and sales and infrastructure and roads and everything. And we want to inspire that. We want to create the soundtrack to that. We want to create the visual to that through films, and just have something that the people coming in the future can have that call their own. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, this is what we got going on here. We got our children who have now become young adults and leaders. As the Honorable Louis Farrakhan said, again, a youthless movement is a lifeless movement. Bunch of old heads just sitting around here drinking coffee and sciencing and arguing about what isn't and what is. These children are out doing something. So instead of talking about it, they're being about it. And this is what I really love about this Joshua generation. But that being said, it's not that you two have ever been disrespectful of your elders, if you will, or elders in training, as I like to consider myself. You've always been quite loving and receptive to whatever we have offered to you. Tell me, Wazir, why is that? What is it that you recognize in not rejecting the contributions of generations past? Right.
Yes, sir. Well, basically it's because I don't know if it's like this in the conscious community overall or the black community overall, but it should be more like this. But in the nation, our elders are the people that are come before us. They're very like rational. You know what I mean? So when a lot of times they're encouraging us, they're building us. They're not really telling us what are y'all youngsters doing. We don't get that a lot. So it's a blessing that we're able to have people who are in front of us to give us the wisdom, and they're not tearing us down. They're actually pushing us forward through things like the Truth Summit, or they're always buying our CDs. They allowing us to perform. They're not telling us rap is that's not real music. And you hear that in other communities sometimes, but I think the brothers and sisters in the nation, the different brothers and sisters in the conscious community and in the community in general, they just support us, so we can't reject it. They encouraging us.
Okay. Yeah. Akila?
I would say the same thing. I've only had one time I've heard somebody older be discouraging, and that's like 1 out of a million, because like he said, we've always gotten good feedback, real feedback, not just positive, but if they felt like something could improve us, they'll tell us. But like Wazir said, very rational, very wise to me counsel, and so it's easy to accept that when it's done in the proper manner. I do feel like maybe if it was like ignorant or Ain't
nobody tell you y'all need to get a job.
Yeah, right. We haven't heard that.
Right. Well, that one person I was talking about did. That's why I was like, there was only one person who was. I was like, okay,
y'all need to get a real job.
Right. This is what the minister was talking about. About not. There are some people who just don't understand this generation and how our minds tick. And so, but the blessing is I didn't have to experience too many of those types of people. And so that's why I listen. It's easier to listen when you have people who are at least striving to be on your brainwave. Even if they can't fully relate, you can tell they're making an effort to encourage.
So let me ask you too. Let's talk about your current projects. Okay, what you're doing currently. How the people that are watching this on YouTube, because it's broadcast live and it'll be in cyberspace from now until the cows come home. I don't know where that saying comes from. Somebody need to text me or tweet me at Dots Connector. Tell me where the cows come home actually come from. But talk about your current projects and then tell us about future projects or what you're working on right now. Wazir?
Yes, sir. The current project I have right now is called Photon Fever.
Photon Fever?
Photon Fever. Photon Fever is my latest project. It started off as a film in my mind, and it's actually, in the film, it's narrated by this brilliant brother. I don't know if y'all heard of him. He's he's a staple in this city and in this country overall. His name is Brother Minister Robert Muhammad. He narrates the album. It's amazing. And he did it better than I even imagined. But basically, it's an album. I produced it all from start to finish. A lot of the techniques that I learned in production, I learned at Houston Community College in getting my audio degree. So I have an audio engineering degree, and I just used all those techniques, whether it be like the EQ or the compression or anything like that, and I created this soundscape that is basically the light versus the darkness throughout the album. And songs like Star or I have a song called Love, the minister likes, and Burn, different things like that. And it's really moving music, and it's really like, it's straight from the soul basically. And it's just me learning how to take my thoughts and get them out in a way that people can digest it a little better than I have before. So it was a great learning experience from start to finish. So I would encourage anybody to.
Okay, I want to remind our viewers that we are simulcasting with KPFT. They'll call us from time to time, and when we go hot, we go live with KPFT. So don't think I'm schizophrenic or anything like that. I'm just waiting on my technician, Brother Double O Darnell, to let me know when we go live at KPFT on the radio. So, Akila, what are you working on? And then, Wazir, I want you to come back and I want you to tell us how people can acquire your albums and your work, so that they can go up on YouTube or iTunes or whatever it is. Go ahead, Akila.
Well, right now I'm working on, I have Paradigm, which is which is my EP, and Paradigm is really attached to a movement, the We Out Here movement that I started about a year ago, basically saying that girls with standards and morals and class, we out here, we exist. It's not just the image that you see on TV and the reality shows and what you hear on the radio. That's not the only type of woman and girl that's out there, especially of color. So basically this CD is just an all-around glimpse of my style, hip-hop. I have some songs on there that's more like an R&B feel. One of them is called Well Made Man, which I have a music video for that coming out very soon, God willing, in January. And also Served, that's more of an R&B song, but the other songs are hip hop. And Brother Student Minister Robert is also one of the staples in this album. He actually opens it and one of the people who close it. And but it's a really fun, energetic CD project. And I've been traveling and performing some of the songs, and hopefully in 2016 I'll be able to perform more and get this CD out more to the public in more ways than one.
So let me ask you something. There's one song on there called Puppet, and I'll get back to Wazir because I love that song, Love. But Puppet. When are you going to do a video on Puppet?
A lot of people want me to do a video on
I'm telling you, boy, I got ideas,
People are even asking me, I want to play a puppet. I want to be a puppet. And I'm just like, really? You want to be a puppet? And they're like, yeah, I'll be a puppet.
Oh, Lord.
So I got to figure that out. That might be the next one. Because a lot of people want me to do Hershey bars, too, as a video. So we'll have to see. But puppet is it will be easy to do because it's already visual. I'm pretty much describing how it looks. So that's a good point.
I love that. I love that song. Well, Wazir talking about love. Okay, we're about to, and if not about to, we're live with KPFT. Again, this is the live special edition of Connected Dots and Pan-African Journal. I'm your host, Brother Robert Muhammad, the host of Connected Dots, and there in the little radio station that is a Kua Hope. We are celebrating the first night of Kwanza Umoja, which is unity. This is a 7-day festival of the first fruits from December 26th to January 1st. We have right here at the microphones, right here at the KPFT table, we have two of our youth entertainers. They'll be entertaining tonight, matter of fact. We have Akila Nihanda and we have Wazir the Great, two hip-hop artists that are here locally. And they are the type, they call edutainment. And so we want to welcome you here to Connect the Dots Pan-African Journal. And what will you be performing tonight, Akila and Wazir?
Tonight, we definitely have a song called 10,000 Fearless. So we're going to do that together, me, Wazir, and Issa Ibn. We're going to do that song.
Is Issa here?
He should be here soon.
He will be
parachuting in?
He's on the way. He got his helicopter. It's
right?
coming. They're going to drop him down. But, and I'm also probably going to do We Out Here because that's the main one everybody really likes. It's fun. I like to perform that one.
Okay, Wazir?
I would be doing the same. I would be right there with 10,000 Fearless supporting
10,000 Fearless.
Yes,
so
sir.
talk to us about the 10,000 Fearless. We got about a minute before we close this portion of the interview out. But tell us about the 10,000 Fearless. What brought that on? What inspired that?
Well, the minister called for 10,000 Fearless, men and women, to go into the neighborhoods and rebuild it up, squash beefs, promote peace and things like that. And basically, I started seeing actually, Sister Akila actually contacted me about it. She was like, I have this song for 10,000 Fearless over the Bobby Shmurda track, Hot, but so it came out really good, and I think throughout the song we cover all the different points of what 10,000 Fearless means, and we did it in a very fun way. That song is like a party song, so we have the people partying, leading them on to sign up to be the 10,000 Fearless. So that was very fun. So everything you can look forward to for that the ABD does as a collective will be what I'm starting to think of it as hashtags in motion, because 10,000 Fearless is one of the hashtags, and we just did one for Santa Fry. That's one of the hashtags, and there'll be more to come, and we just giving a soundtrack to the movement.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Give us again how people can get in touch with you or find out more about your work.
If you want to get the album, you can go to iTunes or any other music purchasing or streaming site, and you can search Wazeer. That's WAZEER. That's WAZEER. Anywhere you get music, you can follow me on Instagram at Wazeer WAZEER_, and that's how you stay connected with me.
You can find Paradigm on iTunes or my website, AkilaNihanda.com. You spell Akila Nihanda AKILAHNEHANDA, and that name is my Twitter, my Facebook, my Instagram, and also
Welcome to ABD.com.
we have, what'd you say?
Welcome to ABD.com.
Welcome to ABD.com.
Paradigm. Welcome to ABD, a brighter day. All right, so we'll go back to you, Akua, at KPFT, and we've got our guests, and we'll see you next time. We're going to look forward to your performance over here.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us.
All right.
Know what it is, man.
ABD.